Last time on Strip Search.
You all have one final challenge.
In the next 4 hours, you will each create a 3-strip arc.
2 hours and 55 minutes remaining.
It doesn't have as much power when it's like 3 hours.
Yeah, it really doesn't. That's actually quite a bit of time.
What would happen if I died? Would I just win? Would they make me win?
No. Are you getting that strip search, D?
Like, has it just been a cock carousel?
Is it just vitamin D?
Can I switch to paper? Is that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my God! Thank you so much.
Abby, have you noticed more people reading your current comic?
I've gotten a lot more hits than I used to get. It's great.
So you're gonna do that while you're drawing these other 200 comics?
Yep. I'm gonna break my right hand first so that I make it even harder for myself.
Wow.
I'm that hardcore into comics, guys.
Yeah, so you're still going to school too, right?
Nope. I'm taking a lot of time off.
Isn't that called dropping out?
It's called taking a break.
What led to that decision?
School was really difficult for me this semester. All I ever wanted to do when I sat down to write a paper was write script.
God, you know what? This is a funny thing. Is that's what you were doing when you were at Circuit City.
Yeah, I drew the comic strips at Circuit City.
He drew them. I mean, eventually he started to draw the comics at the Register.
Katie, did you end up quitting your job?
No, I wanted to, but I got scared because
Because it's a job.
the show that I'm working on right now is about to end, and it's not getting picked up again, and a lot of people jumped ship.
Spoiler warning.
And so there was like this panic going on, like, oh my God, everybody's leaving, and I was like, do I want to be one of those people that like leaves?
So, I mean, you've been staying as your workload has just been steadily rising, and it was already insane.
I found out that, Abby, that your hair is longer on one side than it is on the other. I thought it was always like pushed over your shoulder.
Yeah, me too.
That's what it looks like, yeah.
Well, that's a huge time savings.
I'm not sure if that's how other people see it. I think they're just like, you're trying to be so unique, and I'm just like,
You wear cat skull necklaces.
that's because I'm goth. It's to reflect my inner darkness.
Have you ever broken into a cemetery and kissed a boy?
It's on my bucket list, don't worry.
Katie, is there a chance you will not finish?
Yeah, there's a chance that I won't finish, but I don't know what was wrong with me. I was having such a hard time in Photoshop, just getting it to work, that I was definitely not going to finish if I continued. So I'll get more work done by hand. I stand by what I did, even if.
Do you have your arc pretty well conceptualized?
Yeah. The arc is conceptualized. There's a few shots that I haven't really figured out yet, but in general, like, it's figured out. So I just have to actually execute it.
Abby, have you ever considered becoming a taxidermist?
All the time.
When I look at some of the cryptozoological craziness in this set, all these bizarre beasts, and it's just like, oh, I wonder if this actually ties back to like a natural sciences.
Natural science has helped me so much with my creature design.
I bet that you know exactly how their musculature works. Like when I look at the creature there, I'm like, oh, I bet that there's nothing about this beast biologically that she could not explain. You've also included a novella, which I thought was tasteful. I see fully 4 text pages.
TLDR.
I don't want it to just be like, oh yeah, this one idea, I don't know what's gonna happen with it, but whatever. It'll take me like, I don't know, a couple years.
So you wanted to make sure that we understood that you had created a world.
Yeah, except less pretentious than that, I guess.
No. You're never going to hear me use the term pretentious. Pretentious is a word that non-artists use to describe people who actually do something with their fucking lives.
I hope you guys aren't just like, oh, this is so stupid and boring. Should put all this work into it. It's stupid.
If you hadn't done it, I'd be mad.
he would be in trouble
Yeah.
if you showed up here with nothing.
Yeah, and it's like, well, I just wanted to make sure you guys didn't think I was being pretentious. There's a lot there, though, and the pieces that you gave us are, pulled out of some realm in the middle of the story. It's actually really hard. Like, I was able to enjoy it sort of in the abstract. Like, I could appreciate it for that reason, but I mean, I strongly suspect that you found it more or less impenetrable.
Absolutely, I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah, but I also read the text.
Yeah.
I'm ready to be a fan, but I'm pretty sure that's why you asked if that's where it started, right?
Yeah, well, like with Katie's, it was very obvious that we were being introduced to the world and the characters.
It had an introductory comic, and then Maki had an introductory comic
Yes.
too. But it seemed to be introducing a new comic, which he did not produce and bring for us tonight.
Yeah, so I didn't understand where Abby's fit in the continuity, but the idea that these are much later is, yeah, that makes sense.
I specifically did not choose the intro pages because I decided to choose the one that included the most from each character in the shortest amount of time.
It's a huge heap of characters, and it also gives an opportunity to delve into some pretty gruesome, like authentic horror.
Katie, the strip where he says he won't know how Game of Thrones ends really took me out of it.
Oh, really?
It's sort of like in Harry Potter when they start talking specifically about the PlayStation 2.
Right.
See, I like that.
Well, my problem with that particular strip had to do with the fact that it didn't punch right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't resolve correctly. If that mention had been higher up in that strip, and we were allowed to explore it more and make it a real joke, as opposed to what I'm sure you felt it was, which was just a reference for reference's sake.
Yeah.
See, we don't have a chance to explore the idea of pop culture as a currency for kids,
Right.
right? So you fix that.
Okay.
So if this does work out for you, are you ready to become a more communicating with people directly? Like, I mean, I think more so with webcomics than traditional comics, the creator is as big a part of the comic strip's success as the work itself.
Yeah.
So I mean, are you ready to be that person?
I guess so. I mean, what else can I be if that's the role I'm given?
Is your bird moist?
Oh my God,
Mine is so moist.
this is a game changer.
Are you ready to be a creator? Like I was talking with Katie, like, are you ready to be front and center?
Oh yeah. I mean, I think it based on what's been happening with the show, I've been really, I love that cult of personality part.
So you feel like you've done a good job so far of taking the sort of spotlight that you're getting from Strip Search and marketing that and turning it, into something for yourself?
Yeah, for sure. I think if there's anything I've been good at is kind of marketing me as a character.
Abby,
But
why are chickens so moist?
because they're full of water,
Really?
we're full of water also.
Shut up. Fucking witch. Katie, if you had to eat someone in the house, who would you eat?
I wish I knew more about their bathing habits.
Really? It's not obvious to you?
I want to eat anybody stinky.
I've known since the first day.
Who would you eat?
Maki.
Maki?
Yeah.
Maki's gonna have little hairs in it though.
I've got good marbleization, especially in these like belly cuts.
Artists, you have 1 hour remaining, plus 29 minutes. Just fun fact, this is how much time you had in the earlier challenges. Katie, how much do you like chocolate cake?
I like chocolate cake a lot.
Too fucking bad.
Okay.
You need to make comics. And you frittered away the first hour.
I will give you $5 US dollars
If you believe in God.
if you put your whole face in this cake.
That was gonna happen anyway.
Well, now you're gonna get $5 for it, but let me eat some more cake first. Nose right there, down to the plastic.
Down to the plastic, all right. There's gonna be a point where I can't see anymore, and there's gonna be a point after that where I can't hear. I need you to keep me safe, like when I'm.
Oh, nothing bad will happen to you. I mean, other than the cake face.
But this is the best thing.
Right. Go. All the way in. All the way in. All the way to the plastic. It's incredible. Take it out. Oh my God! Yeah. Yeah,
Are you not amused?
I am. I don't actually have $5.
See if you can get $5.
I'll do a Kickstarter. Do you think you'll finish?
That's actually a good question. I'll be perfectly honest, I don't have an ending yet.
Okay. Katie? Mm-hmm. How are we doing at the 1 hour mark?
Not that bad because I think I started really getting going on the paper at our halfway mark.
Abby? How we doing? 1 hour.
Sounds all right.
Maki,
Yeah.
if you lose tonight, what are you gonna do?
I'll be really disappointed, and I'll have to reconsider a lot of things.
You say reconsider a lot of things. I mean, what do you mean?
In a lot of ways, this is kind of like a great reset button. You know, I could kind of like start over, move someplace new, and automatically have a job and the funds to do so. Where if I don't, if I want to do that, I have to, you know, kind of raise up the funds and figure out a plan.
Abby, if you lose tonight,
I'm gonna be super sad and really stressed out.
would you go back to school?
No.
That's not happening.
Now, like, people read my comics, people comment, and are just like, this is great, I love your comics, and it's just like, it rekindled everything, because I've always wanted to do this. I remember back in middle school when I was just like, I want to do this, reading all these comic books, knowing that it didn't make any money, and still just being like, yeah, this is great.
Katie, if you lose, will there still be a camp We Don't Want You?
Eventually, yeah. I'll probably wait until I have a break from work to like really get into it, but I already wrote a bunch of stuff, not as much as, I don't have like the story fully fleshed out, but I wrote a bunch of stories and I want to do it.
Maki,
Yeah.
Are you going to continue your journey of self-exploration?
Yeah, I might just have to, you know, find creative ways to, you know, I might like kick fund it. Can't do both this and my current comic if I, you know, have to work full time.
Artists, 20 minutes plus 25 minutes is 45 minutes.
it didn't even phase them.
I know, it's because they're fucking in the comic zone.
Yeah. Abby,
What?
did you see anyone kissing in the house? Did you do any kissing in the house?
I will leave this naughty mystery unsolved. Look at me, referencing old material. I'm the greatest cartoonist alive.
Yeah, Abby, are you going to be able to do all your fancy cross-hatching?
It might not be as fancy as it usually is.
So no.
You guys saw it in those comics.
We know what it would have looked like.
Yeah. You know what it could be.
I have a confession to make.
A confession?
I have a runny nose and I don't want to wipe it on my sleeve. And I don't want to look gross.
Katie, are you sad?
I'm sad that I have a runny nose, but I'm not sad about anything else.
Okay, good.
Should I be sad? Oh my God, should I be sad?
Not yet, no.
Like the last few days of filming, I was like kind of an emotional wreck. And not because it was terrible or anything, it was just really strenuous and really, yeah, you know. And so I cried a lot like in the last few days just for random reasons and for rational reasons. But I don't think I'll cry if I lose. Obviously, like we all want the money and the you know, connections and everything.
Bitches.
Well, that's the main part, but
It's been brought to my attention that both Katie and Abby were able to spend one-on-one time with Jerry and I at a dinner, whereas you did not.
That was the prize, right?
Do you feel like that puts you at a disadvantage?
You know, honestly, when the prize was administered, I was like, whatever, I'll just meet them for dinner when I work there.
Oh shit, son.
Damn, kid!
So that's probably why I'll cry and be bitter if I don't win.
Yeah.
Because then all that bravado would have been for nothing.
Oh, I just figured it out, Maggie. your new strip is a nature film about people.
Ooh, I like that.
I was trying to figure out what the juxtaposition with the scientific data and the other species was, and I was like, oh, right, it's like nature. If they made a nature show and they were about people, it would show them talking in their apartments and mating. And you know what I mean? Like it's actually like an anthropological study, but it's done with this lens. I don't know.
The way I kind of thought I'd frame is that, like, you know, like each arc, there's kind of like a lesson to be learned. In the beginning, it would have like one of those vignettes.
How do you feel writing female characters? I mean, you have two main characters that are.
Now, you know, that was another part of, you know, the kind of the challenge I wanted to take on. I'm not sure. You know, it's definitely something I have to think about when I write. And thinking about writing is something I really didn't do until that first elimination when you pulled me aside.
Artists, you have 5 minutes remaining.
Is that for reals?
In the entire
For reals,
competition, literally in 5 minutes.
4 minutes and 51 seconds.
Oh my god.
Maki,
Yes.
are you gonna finish?
I was worried at first, but I hit something. Again, I think it's kind of a risk.
I introduce a new character as just a vagina.
Katie, was making the switch to pens the right move?
Yeah,
You feel confident?
that's going a little bit farther, but I still think that I would have been in real trouble if I had stayed digital.
Abby, can you finish in 3 minutes?
Yep.
Are you already done and you're just fucking around with it?
No, I just need to make sure it's clear that he's invisible.
You need to make sure that it's clear that he's invisible.
Ha, ha, ah, ha. I'm done. That's it.
Artists, that is time. Four solid hours of battle. You're still on your feet. It's not quite over. Enjoy the shame hole while we get down to the nitty gritty here. We'll see you soon.
These three are about 100 times better than the work that she has in here.
Yeah, that's the weird thing, right?
When under the gun, with ideas drawn from a basket, these comics are better.
Right. You know, and it's exactly like we told her. I mean, you know, she had all that time, and what she gave was like something basically, chronologically speaking, like grabbed out of a hat.
Yeah,
You know, like it's from some part inside of a story that no one knows yet.
yeah.
But see, we don't know it. Like she knows it so well that I'm not sure she understands that there's such a thing as someone not knowing it.
Yeah.
Like it is way, way.
She knows all
Way.
these characters, all their personalities make sense to her.
Well, yeah, and they come out in this, but we don't have a chance to appreciate them or even meet them. They're just representations.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's no learning. But then you read this, and it is, oh, I want to get to know them. I want to know I want to know more about these
Yeah.
people.
After just reading these, I didn't want to read any more of this comic.
Right.
After reading these, I do.
How about some more? This is definitely more in that, this is more of a serious vein. Again, sort of, anthropological in nature.
It ends pretty good, which is interesting because he said it didn't have an ending.
Yeah. The ending is the part that works best.
It's the strongest part.
Yeah. The rest of it is not. I mean, it's the punchline in name.
This is a
First
throwaway.
part is sort of, well, I mean, the idea is that he's a big liar.
Sure, but
Yeah, we get that, and then meh. Whereas I actually liked a lot of his material here. Yeah, it was all over the place.
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of theme, in terms of quality, I think a lot of this was very good.
oh yeah. But I
as
think
for-
the work he has here is much better than this.
yes,
Right.
yes.
I think these are good.
I think they're good too.
I think that the work that she has in here is much better. It's interesting, like given time, these two, right, Katie and Baki, produced much better work than they did here under the gun.
Right.
Whereas Abby, I think, needs a clock. I think she needs a timer ticking down.
She needs to fear,
Yeah.
right? She needs to feel terror in order to create the work that we know she does. We get her out here. Do we need to have like a window installed in the office so that we can be staring like this?
Yeah, I
Do
mean,
we need to take this clock and install it outside of her office?
Here's the thing: is these 3 strips that she wrote here on stage are fantastic.
Yes.
These ones are not so great, right?
Yeah.
If I knew for a fact that I was going to get this, it would be much easier for me to pick her as the winner.
Yeah.
But what I'm scared is I'm going to get this, 200 of this. Whereas this work was not as good as the work that she produced at home.
It's still quite good.
It's
but
still very good, but working here in a studio, this is the kind of work she would produce.
Yeah.
She's not going to be under the gun all the time picking ideas out of a basket. This is what we can expect from Katie.
we have a chance right now to create more of something. I think that's the lever we have. We're making an investment in one of these people. We get to choose what we see. We get to communicate these. This conversation that we're having now.
Yeah.
The person that comes in, those discussions will be frank. You know what I mean? Like the conversations that we have with that person will be incredibly robust.
I mean, that's what with Abby, we would have to have a conversation, right? We would have to say, well, if that's even our role at that point, right? If we say, Abby, you won, is that it? Do we step away and then say, go make your comic? When she's being quick and goofy and ridiculous, it's hilarious. When she's creating a universe, it's overwrought. If Katie wins, she could come into an office and start making this the next day. Is that our role? Once they win, are we editors? No, right?
Once they win,
We're peers, maybe.
we're peers. Yeah. Once a person wins, they're a peer.
But I would never tell Scott or Chris how to make their comic strip.
We do that every day.
Well, they come in and they say, hey, do you think this is funny? Or we talk about jokes.
Do you think they'll never talk to us about jokes? The reality is that we do talk to our peers constantly.
Yeah.
In very clear language.
All right, so what are you thinking?
It's just hot. It's hot again. I mean, the reality is that I think that they're all good. So how do you square that circle?
That took a lot out of me.
That, and I don't know if it was because of the writing part, but I was not able to get as finished and polished of a comic as I did in the other 2 eliminations.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, me either. Usually I was able to put in line work, and this time it was
Yeah.
just the lines
Yeah.
and no extra. At first it was really difficult for me because I was like, fuck, this is all I already know all the story. How am I gonna?
Right,
And I wanted to
Yeah,
work in
you have
my
it
own
all. You have it all
characters.
more planned out.
Yeah, it's got like a definite storyline. It's not like it's good, yeah. But it was surprisingly easier than I thought because these characters have been in my head for so long. It's just
Least we could do is make it so tough of a decision that they'll like lie awake at night and be like, "What if we picked this person instead? Maybe we should have." Like, they'll always second guess their decision.
yeah. I think
That's what they. I figured they deserve that torment. I'm glad that we're all our stuff is so different.
yeah. That's probably what's gonna make it such a hard decision.
I think like there was a part of me that was like, oh god, what if we all do like a slice of life strip? And it's all it's
Yeah.
just like who has the better one.
I came really close to abandoning my idea halfway through and doing a different one.
It looks so good though. It looks awesome. I would read it.
I'm happy I went with the choice I did. So I'm no regrets.
Artists, we've looked over all of the work that you brought with you. We've looked at the comics that you made on stage here tonight, and we have made a decision. I real quick want to say that for the purposes of this show, we are judges, but it has been an honor.
Maki, I'm sorry, but you're not the strip we're searching for.
Katie, you are the strip that we are searching for. Come on in, guys.
I feel really, really surprised, a little overwhelmed right now. I don't know how to put it into words. Like I didn't see this coming, and I'm very grateful. I'm really grateful. I have 11 new friends. I have more than 11 new friends. I have all these really nice people I've met, and I can't wait. I can't wait to do more. I'm really excited about my project, and I can't wait to do more. And thank you for making me do it.
Visit campcomic.com to follow along with Katie's winning strip, Camp We Don't Want Ya.